Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode in the series Conversations with Shelly. As you can imagine, today is Friday, so we're going to do a little bit of a random ramble this week. I do apologize for not having, published a random ramble last week, but I was a little bit ill, so I didn't have, the mental capacity, albeit my random rambles usually are devoid of any form of real mental fortitude. Nonetheless, I didn't have either the mental capacity nor the physical capacity to do one last week. So my sincere apologies. However, this week she's coming back with a bang. This week she's here to give you what you want and what you need to ease you into your weekend. For those of you who are new here joining me for the first time, I am Shelly and this is Conversations with Shelly. And you are in the midst of what I normally call Random Rambles. Now, what are my random rambles? What exactly am I speaking about when we talk about random rambles? Of course, for those of you who have been here for a while, you know exactly what my random rambles are. So there's no surprise that's going to happen here. And as I always say to my constants, my everyday, you know, ones that are here with me, welcome back. So, my random rambles. My random rambles are unscripted or loosely structured conversations where I speak about just about anything that comes to my mind, any thoughts or ideas on topics that I have. And I usually do it in a very casual and spontaneous way. And typically, I usually am my most authentic self when I do my random rambles. I often do them raw, they're honest and absolutely relatable. So, let me jump into what my random ramble number one is for this week. So, of course, I always lay the foundation as to where my random rambles are coming from. And of course, it's no different. And I always have my little book to walk me through, right? But my first topic is the topic of money and whether it leads to power or independence, and what do we really see happening when people have money. Now, let me just tell you, this topic came about because, of course, within my circle of friends and colleagues, the idea came about that people have money for different reasons. And by people, I mean the gender, being gender specific now. So when it comes to having money, money means something different to the male of the species vis-a-vis the female of the species when we have money. So I thought about this and I said to myself, what does it mean when a man have money? When men have money, and guys, this is my experience, please understand my experience and the experience of those around me. If it is yours, thumbs up, give me the comments, give me the likes. If it's not yours, share the comments as well and let me know why your views differ from mine. So, in my circle of friends, it has been observed quite some time now, and to the point where I can actually put statistics to this. So, if I have 10 friends, right, and five or six of them are males, and I run a survey amongst them and I say, listen, what is your purpose of having money? They'll always, with certainty, come back and tell you that it's to give them power. Now, men see money as power, right? It is what they use to control scenarios. Whatever the scenario is, men use money for power, right? It is seen as a thing that they weaponize in more instances than not, in my humble opinion, to get things moving in their direction. So it begs me to wonder, so what is the reason for women wanting to have money or to feel the desire and need to have money? Now, when I look at my reason for wanting to have money, it's not to have power over people. Certainly, that is not my desire. And neither is it the desire of my friends and those in my circle that are females, right? But when I had a conversation with them, they said, boy, Shelly, when we think of money as a female of the species, we really think about having our own independence so that we feel secure and we don't have to bend under the control of a man who uses money in a powerful way. And it led me to think of my own scenarios that have been a part of my life and a part of my space as to why I have this intense drive and desire to make sure that I have money. And it's for the very exact reason. It's for the reason that I need to feel secure without feeling controlled or having the money being used as a weapon over my existence or how I actually move and navigate, you know, throughout my space and places and people. So it is no different for the persons that I have spoken to who are females who believe that when men have money, Lord help us. Lord help us when they have money because we talk about control over your body, control over your mind, control over your spirit, your heart, and your soul. And I have seen it time and time again. And when we look at the females within our lives, within our circle, within our space, wherever we go, once they have money, they never make it into something abusive. It is always just to ensure that they have that peace of mind and that freedom and that independence to do the things that they want and need to do. So, that is my random ramble. I don't think for me, I will pivot this one or I will change, I'll, you know, dial back the gear. Because the truth is, I sincerely believe and will hold stand firm in this position. Remember, I always said about my random rambles. It's what comes to mind, and if I think about it long and hard enough and I have to take it, but then I'll take it back. But this one, people, the one I'm not take it back. I'm not take back the one because I strongly believe, say, whenever me want to have money, me solely want to make sure, say, no boy, no girl, no dear can chat to me. Random ramble number one. So my next random ramble comes from a conversation that I saw on social media. And the conversation that I saw, actually, it was like a skit. And what was happening was that the guy came in and was trying to chat up this girl. But when he was trying to chat up the girl was way out time league. And I thought to myself, why men do that? Why men always attack to woman where they know say out of their league is what? You know, see no woman now run go talk to a man out of league, you know. I always uno come for woman when you know uno can take on. But me digress, because that's really not the random ramble, right? So here is a gentleman now, him properly say this girl. No, I'm not saying the girl is a gold digger. What I am, yeah, she ain't saying she's a gold digger, okay? What she's saying is that from your look at the girl in this skit, you know that the girl is just naturally a girl that is expensive. Now this gentleman, average, hardworking, I'm sure, gentleman, in the supermarket and see this girl and decide say, I'm gonna approach a girl because he want the girl. Now me think to myself, when me see him go towards a girl in a this skit, me I say, boy the brother yeah, him brave bad. That was the first thing come to my mind because me I look on the girl and me I look on him and me I say, no him brave bad. Him drink some strong stout or some supplement where a boost up him little body because him a approach a girl like say him got what she needs. Now the reason why I may ask the question is because in actuality, me not think women are gold diggers, you know. I really don't. I may have to take this one back, right? But for right now, at the moment, me not really think so women are gold diggers. Let me tell you what me think women are. I think women are naturally expensive creatures. We just naturally expensive. All when we not try. All when we not try. Just being a woman is expensive, right? Just we just wake up expensive. Whether or not we can maintain the expense is another question, but me I tell you so we wake up expensive. Now, when you as a man see a naturally expensive girl, the girl have an her Brazilian thing and her eyelash and her you know, things. Our things them. The things them we come with. Where them come with, where them come with. And you go approach her knowing all too well say you can't afford to do her hair. You can't afford to do her nails. You can't afford to do her body. You can't afford none of these things. Why you approach people them data? Why you not go down in the aisle, around the road, around the corner, where your pocket can get, or where you can maintain and go get one of those girls? Why you come to the one them way? Una go turn round now and call gold digger because them all run on you. Them not gonna run on you because you can't afford the lifestyle of them want. So una gonna now leave and label the good, nice, expensive, naturally expensive girl gold. Una fi stop it. Una fi stop it. The man them when you see walk and label people girl pick me as gold digger are the people are the man them we don't have nothing. Make a did one man we have 2 shilling for rub together. You think you need to look for one naturally expensive girl and count her but she's a gold digger? He would have realized that that girl is right within him league and that girl is a normal girl. In a film league, that girl becomes a normal girl. But in a the broke pocket man them life, that girl is a gold digger. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now, let me give you an example. Real life example is now. About maybe 2 months ago, or yeah, about 2 months ago, drive up at the gas station. Now, me park on the pump in a my car. And one gentleman park on the other side of the pump. Yep, me not pay this man no mind, because me just have my life. Me just live my clean life. Not pay this man no mind. The man proceeded to tell me to wind down the window. So of course, being civil and being a girl where grow up well and parents grow up good. Me decide to me go wind down the window because maybe there's something wrong with my car and him go try to tell me say good as something wrong with your tire, something wrong with your door, lock your door, or something not drop out of your car. Something. And that made it a work pan. So being the civil human being where me I try to be, or me grow to be. Me decide say me I go wind down the window and find out how I could have cause him to want my attention. The man proceed to ask me say if when me done get me gas, if me can pull over, cause he want to have a word with me. No, me I look around because me I say somebody must have prank me. Believe you me tell us me I look for Ashton Kutcher and in prank team because me really think that somebody there prank me because when me look on the fella, I mean not discriminate. Me just a size up. No, there's a difference, yeah? Me just a size up the youth and me I say, no, the man are bright bad. The man are out there bad. Then this man could have really want me pull over to talk to him. No, again guys, understand me not discriminate. But me just a say, size up the competition, no size up the thing, no size it up properly, and no say your heart probably can't reach you so. So you probably need to just make me just get me gas and go on about my business. Me just a say. Me just a say. Now likewise, you saw me the van road. All when my eye a catch. Cut. We are human beings. We are human beings. And we are going to see two things we are going to make we go, ooh la la. We are going to see two things we make we want to say, voulez-vous que j'ai avec toi? C'est soir. We are going to see them little scenarios that we want to go on. So, not true. So, the reverse is true. I went into the uptown side of the world. And I was there looking for home things for my home. Because she renovate and all them stuff. Yeah. So, I was up to the rich people them side of the world now. I try to get local richness in my blood. I mean, I try to, acclimatize. I try to appropriate the economic class of the wealthy Jews. And of course, I was in one of their stores. No, it's not really for them store, but I them normally have the money can shop in a them place. I mean, I can't name of the place, but you don't know them kind of place. And I went in there and I saw some, I saw a fine specimen, yeah? And I thought to myself, Hmm. All my teeth start sweat, people. My teeth all a sweat. And I said to myself, hmm, I would have sap him up with a piece of bread in a some nice curry gravy. That was the thought that went into my head. I mean, nobody blame me for the thought, because thought is nothing, yeah? But then when me look on the fellow, I me look on myself, me say, Shelly, mm-mm, yeah, lean too much in a one lane where you can't maintain, girl. Mm-mm. You know, equally yoke this so. Look somewhere else. Naturally, me just continue my life and me just go look me two piece of tile and me two piece of something and me just continue and do my thing and go back on my side of the world. But my thing is, me not go run rush figure out if me can get him or if me cannot get him. That is not my concern. My concern is me know my lane and me a sticking it. And him, me not ask him, me a tell you out of my league. Cause me not have nothing in my life after him. Cause him a go want somebody who can bring two things to the table. Well, hopefully, him a one of them they will make you slide through the crack. But the lifestyle of the man they live, he not go just want to give out fee money so. Just so. Him a go want give to somebody where help him bank. And me can't help him bank none of way my try for achieving a fee in life. So me just go back down to my level. Simple. Yeah? So me I go tell you, me not think so we are gold digger. Me not think so women are gold diggers. Me just think so the man them we are call we gold digger and label we as gold digger. I look uno look a bit and broke. Uno look a bit and broke. Because the real Mackay man them we have the good money. Now look on a good expensive, naturally expensive girl and say she a gold digger because he know say she in league. She is in his league. Right? So one just need to start just walking a phone look lane and thing. That's all. That's all it come down to. Yeah? Random random ramble number three. So I wanted to know, and I've asked these questions more times than I think I should have over the years in my first life. Right? Is there such a thing as a girl code or a guy code? Is this actually something that is real? So everybody talk about girl code and guy code. But does anybody actually follow it? And if you're gonna follow it, when you need to follow it and when you need to stop out? Is there a point in following the girl code or the guy code? People forget vex. So the point I'm talking about is it ever okay to date your friend's ex or marry your friend's spouse? Is there ever a time when that becomes okay? So here is my 2 cents. Me not think it ever okay for you date with or married your ex, your friend's ex. But there's always exception to the rule. So for me and my household, first and foremost, any spouse that my friend may have, me never, will never, can never be attracted to that person. And me not think me and my friend forever have the same taste to make me one day could have said, you know, you're looking mighty fine. Me not think that's ever possible. But, me always say there's an exception to the rule, and there is a thing in life where say never. So let me tell you the corners them and they never say never. You see, if my friend drop out and she lose her 3 pints, and from heaven she come down on my shoulder and say, Shelly, take care of my husband for me. Married him for me. They with him for me and take care of him for me with my children. Me we do it. Me we do it because my friend beg me from heaven for do it. So me we do it. But outside of that, me not see no reason why me don't want to do my friend ex. Husband or spouse. Me just think that me just not think me just think that nasty. Me just think that unforgivable. Me not like his sound of that. Me don't even like his feel of that. No sir. Mm-mm. That don't even. Mm-mm. That don't even. Mm-mm. Me can't even, my brain, much as my body can't even process that. So let me just make that clear. Will never, can never, should never happen unless my friend did. Those are 3 pints. And she sent me one telegram from the events saying, Shells, angle the bangle and triangle that for me. Then we say, where you say, girl? Where you say? Other than that, that's a no-no. Random ramble number 4. I think I 4 already. Relationship deal breakers. No, I heard about this on a local radio station recently. One of them little idle station they were. Local idle station where they can't find a real news report and then come up with them something like myself, yeah. And the host and the co-host ask, what is a relationship deal breaker? Like if you had to really leave somebody you truly love that you think is your soulmate, what would be the relationship deal breaker? May I tell you the truth? In a real life, anything can be a deal breaker. It depends on who can take the situation, right? Who for circumstance can handle what is happening. But I'll always bring it back to me. So for me and my household, my one deal breaker, and I know people are gonna say all kind of stuff, but my one deal breaker, me forgive everything else. My one deal breaker is for a man like me. Any day, one man ever put in hand on me, me not ask you. Me not ask you. Me don't even know. Me don't even know we got. Me don't even have to figure out which God you did a serve when you lick me. Any day one man put in hand on me, I eat that. There's no forgiveness for that. None. I mean, I talk about no little playful lick, like when I play. And even that, even the little playful something there. If me see like it really, I know not a borderline serious. Me I go tell you say it's a deal breaker. But me forgive everything else. Me forgive look yeah, me forgive look at it. Cause we are human being. And look at things we have. So me not gonna tell you say if a man cheat on me, me a deal breaker. It's gonna hurt. You know, I gonna lie. Me not gonna tell you say if him rob me of some money or some something or in lie, me not go forgive him. Me not go forgive him. Cause then there's something there things where then come with the territory of being human and frail. Me can't deal with one and two of them. But you see the lick something there? Any day no man put their hand on me and lick me outside of my father. Me? Done me done. Me not ask Christ. Me I tell you say I done me done. Me? Done me done. So, gentlemen out there, we might see me and want put words to me. You see, if you're unlimble, if you're unlimble or limble, whatever, whichever one. You see, if you're quick for fire lick, like people are your pick me, try walk past me. I mean, I go tell you, so when you lick me, I go take a lick staying down. Because you see me, me say, you angry my business. So if you lick me, one, the last woman you go lick, me not ask you, me I tell you that. Random ramble number 5. I don't even know which one with it, but trust me. You're not gonna lick me and get away with it. Trust me. I think I have another random rambling. Let me see if I miss one. Hmm. Oh, should you remain should you remain friends with your ex family? No, guys. Me go start from a place of my personal thing. The one you hard, bad. The one you hard. Me really want to tell you something. I really have a friend nobody family after me left them. Me really want to tell you that because me really want to tell you so when me left somebody, me left their family too. I mean, I like their family to leave me too. Because really and truly, me don't know what's the point. What's the point? However, However, I may always come with the exception to the rule. Depending on how I wanna have connected together. Maybe couple kids, me don't know. If you have couple kids together, and you know that a grandmother and grandfather, uncle and auntie and brother and sister, me probably maintain like a relationship. Little, not much. Not much. Cause me see me now, me little bit angry in my little space. Me not gonna even pretend like say me a little bit angry. Me little bit angry. And depending on how the relationship end, if it end amenable and amicably, me still maintain a relationship with the mother and the father and the brother and the sister them and stuff. Cause me not really have no reason for carry on nothing. But just if we ever end on a bad note, like you did lick me, like you did put your hand on me, me gonna make your mother, father, brother, sister know say me a come for them, and when me a come for them, we ain't friends. We ain't friends. We is foes. Yeah? So there are always going to be little exception to the rules. And in more times than not, the exception will apply to me. Yeah. In general, the exception will apply. Some, me I go tell you, if you lick me, that's the exception. Me not no time for you and your family them. None. But if I not lick me, I will never part in a no bad way. Me talk to your brother, your mother, and your sister, your uncle, and your people them. I maintain some level of professionalism. Because the truth is, I can be professional with anybody. The dog, the puss, the rat, the cat, the mouse. So if me have to be professional with my ex family, I mean, it can work, it can go on. But if you lick me, me sorry. Mm-mm. If you lick me not no reason for talk to nobody in your family. As a matter of fact, you know, call it this so. But the truth is, that is the truth. So, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me on this week's Random Ramble, where I give you very unstructured, sometimes heavy topics. Sometimes them scripted, sometimes them not planned, sometimes them just all around the road and the town. But they're largely opinion based and taken from my circle. Some of them are my personal reflections and thoughts and comments on what is happening. But more times than not, you're going to get the real, authentic, and relatable version of me. So, thank you as always for tuning in, for sticking and staying. And until I see you next week again, enjoy your weekend. And I hope I was able to ease you into the weekend with some laughter. All right, take care, guys. Until I see you next. Bye.